What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm going to show you how to multitask on your Galaxy Z Fold 6. You might already know how to do this, and if you do, don't watch. Or maybe you can watch and you'll learn a new thing or two about how to multitask. But first, let's turn on a couple of things to make your multitasking a little bit cooler. So we're going to swipe down from the top. We're going to go to the gear in the top right to go to settings. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down until we get to where it says advanced features, and then we're going to go into a couple things here. First, we'll go to labs, and we're going to turn on multi-window for all apps. We're going to take a step back, and then we're going to go into where it says advanced features and multi-window. We're going to do swipe for split screen. We're going to turn that on, and this basically just tells you that you can use 2 fingers. You can also swipe for pop-up view if you want. I guess I can show it. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not, I guess it is multitasking, so I'll show it. Show multi-window with 1 window, and then full screen in split view. So I turn that on. It basically turns off, if I'm not mistaken, the task bar and the bar down here as well. So, or that's the task bar, and then the navigation bar and task bar. Okay, so we're gonna go home. Actually, I'm not even gonna go home yet. So here's one way you can multitask. I'm gonna take 3 fingers and swipe up from the bottom. And you can see it automatically goes in here, and I can choose to multitask a window. So maybe I want to bring up the internet browser, and that's one way that you can do it. I can tap these 3 dots and I can flip them around so that I have that like that. And maybe I want to do it again. I want to flip flop these windows because I want it to do that. I can tap it again and I can star it. If I hit star, it's going to go over to this little thing over here. You have a little bar right here. That will save your favorites right here. Like right now I have a favorite, and I'll just do it real quick for you. So do tap that, we have the star, and I can save it either to the taskbar, my home screen, or an app edge panel. So you can save it wherever you want it. If I want to save it to that app edge panel, I'll just tap that. And now when I swipe over from this app edge panel, I have one just right here. You can see settings and the internet browser. I have this one as well. So it's a quick way to, you don't have to set everything back up again. I like that. I like it like that. Makes things a lot easier. And then otherwise, yeah, so you can do that. You can also add in another window, a 3rd window. If you want to do that, you have a couple of ways you can do that. You can swipe over from this side, and I can bring, like, maybe I want to bring over this right here, press and hold. Actually, I don't know if this one will do it. Let me say it's not going to do it. We'll do YouTube here. So I'll press and hold YouTube. Now I can just replace the window if I want. That's already there. If I want to add another window, I can just put it towards the bottom or towards the top. And now I can watch a video, go through my settings, and go through this app all at the same time. Pretty cool stuff. Now, I should show you this as well because I think this might pop up. So once you're back in settings, you want to go into display. Once you get into the display settings, you'll see edge panels, make sure that's on, and taskbar. Make sure that's on. You can also add in another window as well. It won't sit there though. Like, so for instance, we'll choose Chrome, and I can bring Chrome over and I can put it right. I can replace one of these windows, or I can kind of put it in the middle here and it'll just pop up. And I have like a 4th window that'll just always kind of be there. So you can theoretically have multiple of these types of windows up if you want. Another way you can multitask, I'll open up Chrome here, is you can swipe with 2 fingers over to the right, and you see it brings this up as well, so I can multitask that way. And again, you have the same thing. It's going to switch you off. You can favorite it or change it. If I want to change the window like I showed you, I can do it from the taskbar as well. And maybe I want to bring over my settings, so I'm going to press and hold, and I'm going to replace that window completely. And you're like, you know what, I want to change it again. I want to bring a different window, so I can press that. And I can bring a completely different window here. Maybe I'm going to bring the Play Store. And you can constantly do that. And even if when you're looking at these windows, say you want to go back on one of them, especially if you're using the gestures here. So I'll go into like choose TikTok. Say I want to go back. I can either hit back up there, or I can just, as long as this is the last thing I touched out of the 2 windows, it will, when I do the back gesture, no matter if I'm over here or there, it will go back on that specific window for me. At least it should do. Let's see if it did that. Yeah, it did. So there you guys go with that. Another way you can multitask is bringing up your recent apps. Now, if you have the buttons at the bottom here, it's going to be the one with the three lines. You just press that and that'll bring up your recent apps. And you can press and hold on something and it'll automatically go into multi-view, and then you can choose something else. And I have my two windows. I think probably like this is the better view. Well, actually not that way. This, like this, there we go. I think it's better like that, especially when you're in that orientation. Otherwise you can flip it if you want and have it in this orientation, whatever's more comfortable for your viewing pleasure. Also, while you have this up, you can either make the window bigger or smaller if you want. And it'll make, if you have multiple windows over here, it'll do that as well. So I'll just bring over the calculator right here. So I've got these windows real small, or I can be like, I need that to be bigger. Also, you can completely drag it over so it gets rid of it and it's the main window. Now, we did show you the pop-up window. If I swipe down from the bottom right here, I'm not a big fan of this, but you can be able to, do this, and you can tap that bar. If you tap the bar, you can do a bunch of things, multitask. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can close it completely, and you can see it kind of minimizes it if I want it to. You can even make it smaller and drag it around. If I open up another window, it will open up on top of that. So like, for instance, I'll open up YouTube, and now I have YouTube open and YouTube's on front of it, and I have this window still at the top there. Now, if you use the buttons, I'll kind of go back to those real quick. You can press and hold this button and that'll bring up your recent apps, or you can just tap it and it'll bring up your recent apps, and you can do a lot of the same things that you were doing before. Swipe over with 2 fingers if you want to bring up multitasking, or swipe up with 3 fingers to multitask. Does this one work? I guess this doesn't work on the regular buttons down here. But yeah, the multiple ways to multitask on here to make your life more enjoyable and fun. And yeah, look into it, see how you guys like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.